Is Marlon Sanders here. Welcome to the insanity of my channel where we talk about marketing, info products, copywriting, making sales online, making a full-time living in this business. How are you? What's going on? We are talking today about how do you sell your products, your services, your stuff, your things like hotcakes. Now, if you can't tell, I'm feeling better. I'm getting over the freaking flu. Had it around Christmas. I'm feeling good. So let's go ahead and jump into this and let's talk about how do you sell your products and services like hotcakes. Step number one, if you are taking those, step number one is you got to sell what people want to buy. And this sounds stupid and it sounds easy, but what I use is a little thing called a 12 product survey. I put out 12 products, say which of these 12 products you'd be most likely to buy in the next 30 days. And I put this out to customers and or prospects. Now, a lot of people stumble on this. They seem to be unable to get people to do a survey. Yeah, I don't know. I can't help you on that one. I have a list. You just send the survey to your list. When I didn't have a list, I posted it. Truth is, I posted it in classified ads on AOL. That was back a few years ago. But seriously, post it on your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, wherever, right? Facebook group. You may be able to get permission in groups to post the survey because you got to sell what people want to buy. And every time I violate this, pretty much I regret it. All right, that's step number one. Let's go ahead and move on. Step number two. Before I get to step number two, though, I have to tell you this. If you go to marlonsnews.com/70K, marlonsnews.com/70K, you're going to be able to get my report. It's actually a book. It's 70 pages. How I Sell 70,000 plus digital products online. Go there and you'll be able to snag it. And if you do not get my newsletter, it comes out every Saturday. It's freaking unbelievable. You can get a free trial of it at trymmm.pro/live. All right, let's go ahead and get back to, sorry about that. Step number two of selling your products and services like hotcakes. I'm going to tell you something. You may not believe me, but you violate this and you're going to regret it because I just did it and I regretted it. You got to sell something new. You got to have some new angle, new aspect, new something or the other in what it is you are selling. Because, man, it sucks if you don't. I hate to say that. But like my most recent product was my Promo Power Kit. Now, I had sold some things like that, like a Promo Power cheat sheet 3 years ago or some crap, and a couple other things. And but it didn't sound new. It didn't sound fresh. It didn't sound exciting enough to my customers. And man, trying to sell it to them is like freaking pulling teeth, to be honest. Finally, I had to write him a heart-to-heart letter and just tell him, listen, I know the sales page kind of sucked. I mean, I was just getting over the flu. I wrote the sales page in like 30 minutes. Maybe an hour. I mean, you can see it at resellertoolkit.com/promo-power-kit. And if you want to see the fancy version, /promo-power-kit-2. That's the one my designer fixed up and made look prettier. But yeah, it's just an okay sales letter. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it didn't emphasize anything new in particular. And my customers just were not on board with it. So Tide detergent, I've said this many times, adds a new ingredient every freaking year. In fact, it'll be interesting to see what new ingredient they add this year. Let's just go check this out. Frankly, I'm just curious. Let's just go over here to Google, the old Google, right? I have no idea what they're going to say here, but let's just try it. Tide detergent. Let me make sure you can see this all right. Yeah. Tide detergent, new ingredient. All right. Honey lavender laundry. I'm trying to see here, though, their latest new ingredient. All right. Looks like here they're talking about ingredients A to Z. It's got a lot of ingredients. All right. So they add one of these suckers every year. I guess that's why they got so many of them, right? It's every year they got some new ingredient in there. They got I didn't know they had so many freaking ingredients in there. I mean, it's soap. It's freaking soap. It's soap. It's soap. You know, like it's soap, but people want a freaking new ingredient every year. So when you do your marketing, now I'll tell you a little secret here. If I tell you what, I'm going to say this secret to the end. I'm going to save a little secret to the end. All right. So that was step number 2. Do something new. Step number 3 is you got to spend more time on your sales copy. I made this mistake. I told you. I wrote my sales letter in like 30 minutes or maybe an hour, which I can do because I have a lot of experience writing sales letters. But that doesn't mean you write a great letter. That just means you write something that's pretty decent. Well, I tell you, TJ Rowe leader in the book, How to Make Millions Sitting on Your Assets, he says that he spends, he likes to break a sales letter down into like 5 parts or so and spend 1 day on each part. You know, day 1's the big promise. Day 2 is all the benefits and getting people to picture the benefits. Day 3 is the unique selling proposition. You know, I don't remember. I think day 4 is probably the offer, and day 5 is the call to action guarantee and bonuses, maybe something like that, right? Anyway, he spends 1 day each. And then he spends another week editing it. So he spends 1 week writing it, but he'll spend just a whole freaking day on the big promise. I mean, I wrote the big promise and everything else in 30 minutes or an hour, right? Yeah. So that's it. Is like, you just got to take more time on your pitch, your offer, your stack, your sales copy. Yeah, I know that's not like such rocket science, but probably you don't. Let's be honest. Probably you're right, the son of a gun. And probably you don't spend all that much time on your just writing the big promise a whole bunch of different ways. Probably you don't do that, do you? Huh? Do you do that? Yeah, probably not. All right, so I told you a big tip at the end. Here's the thing. Have something new every year, a new emphasis. A new emphasis. Now, and you got to stick to it. I came up with my new emphasis in December. I'll be darned if I could remember what my new emphasis for 2024 was. I came up with a good one. I already freaking forgot it. I got to go back in my notebook and see what my big new emphasis this year was going to be. You got to find something. Every year, have a new emphasis. Something that puts a fresh painted coat on it, right? Something that makes it sexy and exciting and new. How could I ever forget that? How could I do this for 25, 30 years and forget to really emphasize something new? I don't know. I can't explain it other than, you know, when you've had the flu and you're sick, you know, you barely stay awake for 30 minutes. It's a little bit hard, all right? It's not the easiest freaking thing in the world. So don't be all self-righteous. Oh, I can't believe you did that, Marlon. I can't believe you did that. Good God, that's really bad, right? Hey, by the way, if you're watching this live, you're watching to the bitter end, type bitter end. If you're not watching it at all, type I didn't watch it. Hey, any interaction is better than no interaction when it comes to YouTube. Those comments count and help us get our word out to other people. Speaking of that, tell a freaking friend, would you? Tell a freaking friend about this crazy, insane live stream video stuff that I do here. You know, if you happen to go in comments and say, I'd like you to talk about a certain topic, I'd probably do a video on it. I'm just saying. I might actually do a video on it, right? So how are you? a shout out. Thank you for joining me today. If you just joined me, you know, I already it's cooked. It's done. I already gave all the info, right? But yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. You all have a great day. Hey, listen, I do this almost every day. I'll be back tomorrow with another live stream. You all may have you make it a great day and go out there and make some freaking sales.